I thank the representative of the United States for the statement. I now give the floor to the representative of China.
主席，
President, I thank Algeria, Guyana, Pakistan, Sierra Leone, and Somalia for their initiative to convene this meeting, and thank Secretary General Guterres for his briefing. President, the Palestinian question is at the core of the Middle East issue, bearing on the Middle East's peace and stability and global peace and security. Over 7 decades or so, the Palestinian-Israeli situation has time again fallen into turmoil and even led to the outbreak of wars, shaping the evolution of the international landscape and the development of international relations. Since the start of the current Gaza conflict, the Palestinian people have been deeply mired in suffering. Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, Iran, among others, are witnessing escalating tensions, and even Qatar has come under attack. The mounting conflicts and volatility in the Middle East have worsened the global security environment, dampened the economic outlook for the world, and ran counter to the common interests of the international community. It is therefore imperative to accord this issue the utmost importance and accelerate the resolution of the Palestinian question, which lies at the heart of the current turmoil. I will make 4 points. First, we must bring an end to the tragedy in Gaza without delay. The conflicts of the past 2 years have devastated Gaza with scenes of misery and destruction everywhere, yet Israel is stepping up its military offensive, causing even greater civilian casualties and displacements. Military means are not the solution to the problem. An immediate ceasefire is the right way to save lives and bring hostages home. We urge Israel to cease all military actions in Gaza without delay, fulfill its occupying powers' obligations under international humanitarian law, and fully restore access for humanitarian supplies. Last week, the Security Council's draft resolution on Gaza was vetoed once again by a permanent member. With deep disappointment, we expect the relevant country to effectively shoulder its responsibility and make earnest efforts to end this war. Second, we must de-escalate tensions in the West Bank. Israel continues to expand settlements in the West Bank, forcibly demolish Palestinian structures, conduct frequent searches, arrests, and raids, and condone settler violence. The occupying power has recently approved and advanced the E1 settlement plan. This dangerous act gravely violates international law and Security Council resolutions, undermines the territorial contiguity of Palestine, and erodes the foundations of an independent Palestinian state. We call on Israel to immediately cease all settlement activities, curb settler violence, and lift restrictions on Palestinian economic activities. Third, we must rectify the historical injustices suffered by the Palestinian people. Israel has long established itself as an independent state. The Palestinian people, however, remain without a homeland. This is the root of the problem. The two-state solution as the only viable way to solve the Palestinian question is irreplaceable and must not be denied. Yesterday, the UNGA high-level international conference on a two-state solution once again issued a strong call in support of the two-state solution. A number of Western countries have recently recognized the state of Palestine one after another. The international community should sustain the current momentum, strive to revitalize the prospect for the two-state solution, and support the early establishment of an independent Palestinian state and its early admission as a full member state of the United Nations. Both Gaza and the West Bank are inalienable parts of the Palestinian territory. We must resolutely oppose unilateral actions that undermine the foundations of the two-state solution. Any day-after governance and reconstruction arrangements must respect the will of the Palestinian people and uphold the legitimate rights of the Palestinian nation. Fourth, we must maintain peace and stability in the Middle East. From the onset of the current Gaza conflict, there has been frequent abuse of force and military adventurism, which have triggered profound changes in the regional landscape. The Middle East is once again standing at historical crossroads: relaxation or escalation, dialogue or confrontation, peace or war. These are the choices that the regional countries and us, the international community, should make collectively. We call on all parties to effectively respect the sovereignty, security, and territorial integrity of countries in the Middle East. We call on Israel to earnestly respect the rights to survival and development of the people in the Middle East, and call on countries in the region to prioritize long-term peace and security, uphold the vision of common security, resolve differences through inclusiveness, address conflicts through dialogue, come together to shape a regional order based on equity and justice, and jointly build a future of peaceful development in the region. President, China always upholds fairness and justice on the Palestinian question and always firmly supports the just cause of the Palestinian people. Chinese President Xi Jinping has put forward in succession the Global Security Initiative and the Global Governance Initiative, contributing a Chinese plan to resolve conflicts and hotspot issues, maintain international peace and multilateralism, and enhance global governance. This also provides important guidance for addressing Middle East issues. Guided by these initiatives, China is committed to working with the international community to promote a ceasefire, alleviate the humanitarian catastrophe, implement the two-state solution, and ultimately achieve a comprehensive, just, and lasting solution to the Palestinian question, so that both Palestinians and Israelis may live in peace and happiness, and the Middle East may embrace a future of lasting peace, stability, and shared prosperity. Thank you, President.
I thank the representative of China for the statement. I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Mr. President, we thank the Secretary General for his report on the situation in the Gaza Strip. We welcome the participation in today's meeting of the foreign ministers of regional states and relevant international organizations. The crisis in Gaza, whose scale in terms of civilian casualties has surpassed any conflict in recent decades,